Hello, my name is Andrew Briggs, and today we are going to work on how to practice and perform Piatti's Caprice number 3, Moderato. So this Caprice is challenging not only for the intonation, but also to capture the character of the sound with momentum in your bow speed. And I want to bring awareness to how the arm is moving as a pendulum with a lot of weight and then release to create that momentum in the sound. So weight is defined by our relationship with the ground and gravity, and so what is most direct to the ground is our feet. So today we're going to be working with our feet and how they affect our sense of weight. And what we want to do is start by lifting each foot individually and see where the lift is starting from. Is it starting in the legs? Is it starting in the hips? Is it starting in the core? And just really define where that movement is coming from. And make sure that you can do this movement so that you're breathing and we're alternating the feet. And our game today is that every time the one foot touches, the other one lifts, so that our feet are never touching at the same time. And so, once we get this going, let us mark each beat of the measure of this Caprice. So this is in 3/8, there's 3 eighth notes, and let's mark each eighth note with a step of the foot. So 1, 2, 3, this is going to be a little slow. Ready, go. So notice that you started on one foot or the other. I started on my right foot today, and so I'm going to try starting on my left foot to see if there's any difference in sensation. So 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. Good. So notice if there's any difference in the sound and the quality of that interpretation versus the first one. So once we've defined each eighth note in the measure for this Caprice, you can go through the whole Caprice like that. Let's now bring the weight and release impulse to the whole measure. So one impulse per measure. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Same idea where the heels are not touching at the same time. 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. Again, I started with my right foot, so I'm going to switch over to the left foot and try that same section with one impulse per measure. 2, 3, ready, set, go. Okay, so we tried both sides. One side could be better or not so good, and just decide which side worked out better for you, left or right. And now we can't do this raising, lifting the feet in a performance. So let's go ahead and translate this idea of weight and release up to the arms. And we're going to do it by becoming aware of the elbows bouncing up and down. So we can feel the weight of the elbows going down and then releasing back up. So let's start with each eighth note of the measure being emphasized. Let's try that first. free eighth note, we can now bring that back out to the one impulse per measure. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So see, now that we move to the whole measure, we're getting that sense of pendulum motion with the weight and release. And notice that if we're bouncing both elbows, we can really sync up the bow with the left arm, which is doing all the shifting. This is a really challenging intonation caprice. And so if these two parts of the body are synced up, it's going to be that much easier. So that is how I would bring in weight and release and pendulum motion to create the best performance of this caprice. Thank you.